Has there ever been a game you've seen it get massive praise and people talk extremely high of it to such an extent that it's got you curious on what the hype is all about, leaving you thinking, could it truly be that good? Or am I about to walk into an overhyped dud? Well, that's what brought me to check out Half-Life, as I've always heard good things, never any bad on it, and it came out over 25 years ago. Plus, with talks of the third game getting more and more traction attached to the near future, I finally figured, let's take a closer look. Of course, I got you covered with no major story spoilers to worry about. Half-Life released in 1998. Everyone says it revolutionized first-person shooter games with its immersive world and storytelling. Going in, I expected rough older graphics and clunky mechanics, but I was also incredibly curious about its
legendary status.
Could a game this old genuinely impress a newcomer in 2025, or is it all just the work of nostalgia glasses? We begin our journey entering the Black Mesa Research Facility, entering as Gordon Freeman. It doesn't start out like your typical shooter. No instant chaos, just observation, showing you the world through Gordon's eyes as you ride a tram through the facility. A routine experiment goes catastrophically wrong, opening a portal to an alien dimension. The facility is thrown into chaos as hostile creatures invade, and government forces arrive to contain the disaster. Gordon must navigate through the research facilities, solve environmental puzzles, and fight to survive while uncovering the consequences of the failed experiment. The story is a tense, sci-fi thriller focused on survival and discovery, told through environmental storytelling and minimal dialogue. Graphics-wise, yes, they're old, blocky characters, simple textures. But we do have to take into consideration the limitations of back then. After all, this is a 27-year-old game. Back then, this is what PCs typically looked like. The gameplay feels like a bridge between old school run and gun and modern tactical shooters. You get quite a bit of weapons to choose from as your arsenal will grow over the course of the game. You can die fast, so you gotta be careful on positioning during combat and hit those shots, as ammo can be scarce as well. Health can be hard to come by. You will need to find health packs, while also having the occasional first aid and HEV suit charging stations pop up, providing only so much charge. Levels feel connected, not just like combat arenas. The game plays out in a chapter style, each chapter introducing new ideas. Half-Life mixes shooting with exploration and puzzles throughout. Some of those puzzles could be a bit tricky at times. However, the most frustrating thing was the first-person platforming, which proved to be very clunky at times. Narrow beams and tricky jumps led to some of the most frustrating moments, definitely showing the game's age. New players will notice this for sure. So, after 25 plus years, does Half-Life 1 hold up for a newcomer in 2025? The truth is, yeah, for the most part, I think it does. It's not perfect by any means. The graphics are dated, and the first-person platforming feels its age, and can be frustrating at times. But if you can overlook those things, it does give a unique, surreal story that is interesting, with some very unusual locations, and even though combat can be challenging, it's not too bad for its age. With the day and age we are in, where we've been seeing a lot of games getting remastered, if the third game is indeed right around the corner, maybe it wouldn't be too far out of the question to wonder if a remaster of Half-Life 1 would be coming too.
Time will tell.
When it comes down to it, who is Half-Life 1 really for in 2025? If you care about game history or want to play a foundational title in the first-person shooter genre, maybe this would be a game up your alley. Maybe you were like me and just curious what the hype was all about. You're not out of anything to give it a shot. With this game being the age it is, it's $10 full price last I checked, and you could get it very cheap around a sale, I'm sure of it. Now, I gotta ask, what's your take? Half-Life veterans, does it still hold up? Is Half-Life 2 even better? Newcomers, thinking of trying it? Make sure to let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this retro spoiler-free review, please drop a like and subscribe for more explorations, old, new, and in between. Thanks for watching, but most importantly, Remember to take care of yourself. Have a great day, and I'll catch you in the next video.